My name's Aaron Massey from MrFixItDIY.com, and today I'm going to show you how I took my grandfather's old hand planes and restored them so they cut like new. This video is brought to you by WD-40. Above and beyond the legendary signature blue and yellow can, the WD-40 company has a full range of high-performance products for maintenance, repair, and cleaning and industrial applications for all manner of enthusiasts, professionals, DIYers, and homeowners. To see the full range of their products and where you can buy them, visit their website at WD-40.com. A few months ago, my mom came to visit and brought me a few of my grandfather's old Stanley hand planes. They're a little beat up and rusted, and they're missing a few parts here and there, but they belong to my grandfather, so they're special to me. My grandfather was a carpenter, and he passed away when I was a teenager, well before I got really interested in woodworking. So I thought it would be a great project to give these tools a new life in my shop. Now, I've never tackled a hand plane restoration before, and I'm by no means an expert, but I'm confident that I can get them in working order again, and they're gonna make a great addition to my shop. To get started, first I have to take them all apart and get the rust taken care of. Some of the knobs and screws are pretty rusted on, so I'm using some WD-40 Specialist Rust Release Penetrant Spray to help loosen them up. Because the knob on the front of the 60.5 is brass, I don't want to risk marring it up with a pair of pliers, so I had an old work glove I was planning to throw away anyway, and I cut a couple of the fingers off to slide over the end of the pliers to protect it, which worked out really well. Once I took the planes apart, I soaked them in WD-40 Specialist Rust Remover Soak for a couple hours to release all the surface rust. While soaking them, I finally got the throat plate off the front of the 60.5, and there was a bunch of old wood shavings wedged underneath, which got my brain churning a little bit about what projects my grandfather could have been working on with it. Once the parts had soaked for a while, I took a wire brush and cleaned off any of the other rust that was clinging to the tools the best I could. The rust remover soaked worked really well, and once the planes were dried off, they were already looking really good. So next I could focus on actually restoring the functionality of the planes. To start, I had to flatten the plane bodies. I have an obnoxiously heavy micro-flat granite stone that was left here when I moved in, which is great for things like this. So I used some spray adhesive to secure 3 different grit sandpapers to it, 120, 220, and 320. And then I took a Sharpie along the bottom of the plane to mark some reference lines. Referencing the Sharpie lines allows you to see any areas that may not be truly flat and what to spend more time on. Then I could just go to town flattening the plane soles, starting at 120 and working my way up to 220, then all the way up to 320. Now, originally I was planning to spray paint the planes to make them like new, but then I was speaking to a friend of mine and he said something that really stuck with me. He said that it probably took my grandfather 30 years to put all the character and patina on these tools, and so I thought it'd be a shame to take all that away with some cheap spray paint. Now, they may not look brand new, but I care more about the function than the look, and seeing them like that keeps me thinking of him in the shop, so leaving them like that will be perfect. Next, I can focus on the actual cutting irons of the plane. The 60.5 iron is in pretty good shape with the exception of a chip in the one corner, and the 78 just has some dings on it all along, but otherwise it's looking pretty good. Again, I'm no iron sharpening expert and I don't use hand tools all the time, but there are tons of great videos and tutorials out there from guys like Paul Sellers and Ron Hawk that I'll leave links to down below. And lastly, I put the planes back together and could test them out. Well, that's it for this project. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a special project for me, and I really enjoy bringing these old planes back to life. I still have to find a few parts to complete the planes, like the missing depth stop for the 78, but they'll definitely work as is. I don't do a ton of hand tool work, but since I have these now, I'm definitely going to try to incorporate them in future projects. I want to say a quick thank you to WD-40 for making this video possible, and I encourage you guys to check out some of their new line of products for your DIY, woodworking, and home improvement projects. And if you want more information about this or any of my other projects, check out my website at MrFixItDIY.com or just click the link in the description down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.